Many years ago, I was a art student in ceramics, a graduate student at Alfred University in upstate New York. And while there, I developed a slip casting process where you form the liquid clay into an object on the outside of the mold, where traditionally you form it on the inside of a mold. And that's what this video is about. While there, I wrote a little article for the local. There was the trade journal for art ceramics at the time called Ceramics Monthly. I don't think it exists anymore, but I wrote a little article, and we're going to do a little video on the process. Here I am right there. The name of it's slip casting, but as you'll see later, the process involves a lot of flipping the molds, and so one of my teachers kind of coined it as flip casting, and so that's the name kind of stuck, and that's what it is. So let me find the article here real quick. Guess I could have had that ready. So this is the article I wrote. It's 4 pages, and these are some of the final platters. Basically, is what I did. Mostly white, the clay showing. I guess in looking back, I really didn't develop the surfaces as well on the final product, but I thought the process was rather unique, and I figured there may be some YouTube viewers that would appreciate learning what I did. Now, the first part of the process, let me see if I can zoom that in a little bit, was to cut molds. Just to break it down basically, you can see is I cut these kind of tapered slabs, glued these smaller pieces on top with rubber cement, a temporary cement, so they could be moved in different places. Then I floated the slab in a kid's swimming pool full of liquid clay, full of slip, drained it off when it reached a certain thickness of the clay. As the water is absorbed into the mold, the clay kind of builds up to a surface. And then once I reached the thickness I wanted, I drained off the excess, flipped it back over for it to kind of set up, removed the mold, and then you kind of had to break, and to get it back off the mold, I kind of used these foam pads, put a board there, flipped the whole thing over, thus the name flip casting. There I am flipping it all the way over. I made this kind of pivot point, a pipe with these brackets that could go on the back of the mold. And then once it was flipped back over, I was able to kind of pop it off the mold and then start to work on it. This photo is very dark. I'll put in some other photos of it as we're going along later in post-production. And then this is a small wood plane that I use to kind of finish off the edge all the way around. I'd love to be able to show you this process with a setup in a studio, but I don't do ceramics that much anymore. I've kind of moved into other things, photography and two-dimensional work and such, sculpture. But I'd had the magazine out recently to show somebody, and I just decided to make a quick video and show you guys what it's all about. Thanks so much for stopping by. Please like or subscribe or both. I'd appreciate it. And I hope you check out my other videos. Thanks.